Family Smack. I would like to petition. I am running for president of the group.
We're gonna make Family Smack great again. I promise.
Because I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with her. I don't get paid to argue with you.
The fact of the matter is there's a group presidential race that is going on right now in this fucking group.
Re-elect Robert Arthur and Diane Kelly, the kings of Family Smack.
I'm DM Kelly, and I approve this message.
Oh, man.
I will break your goddamn ass. You ain't nothing but a punk bitch. Fuck you and every goddamn thing you stand for.
Bro, who invited this dude, bro? What the fuck?
So, bye.
I'd rather watch softcore porn than have to watch y'all that.
Dude, whatever you're smoking, buy a ton of it.
I'm a great smack talking on the fucking face of the earth right now.
It makes me look like I got owned or something.
It's not clever. It's not interesting. It's not even funny.
You guys can't coach, to be honest with you. It's the high school coach. Yeah, go ahead, Unabomber. What the fuck are you saying about the SEC, bro?
Well, this is smacking off. If you don't like it, change your diaper and leave.
You should be thanking me that I'm talking about Tennessee. You
Boomer motherfucking Sooner.
U.S. is far better than Oklahoma historically.
Your meatloaf is moist as my pussy gets. I promise you that one.
Don't be ridiculous right now, okay?
Fuck you, Freeze.
Please welcome our guest referee, Landon Beeman.
Bro, who invited this dude?
You know what, motherfucker?
This is just like football, man.
And welcome back to Smacking Off the Podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Madden. I'm joined with Doug Phillips, my co-host and producer. What's up, Doug?
We got a show tonight.
We do have a show tonight. Man, so much to talk about. We've got an interesting balls segment with Robert Arthur. I'm going to go ahead and guess that the letters FBI are going to appear in the conversation at some point in time. There's a lot to talk about there, particularly with the LSU Tigers. LSU Tigers have a lot to explain these days. Speaking of LSU Tigers, we're going to be speaking to our LSU rep, Shannon Russell, who is running for president of #Family Smack, and she's running against one of her opponents because there's several opponents have thrown their hat in the ring. Rumor has it Justin Pike is storming the game.
You know, any of these people that get in, they're liable to come in and just clean house and kick us out too. I'm worried about that.
Justin Pike, we have some very controversial candidates, and the one that is going to be joining Shannon Russell is somebody we've tried to have on this show quite a few times. We've shown some of his videos. Mr. Teddy Sheckelsworth.
Yep, coming up at 8:30.
I can't wait. But before we get started with all that, we're going to go ahead and kick off balls.
Balls. The weekly State of College Hoops with Robert Arthur.
All right, we're joined with Robert's Arthur. Bob, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Let's talk about some balls real quick.
All right, I'm excited. I mean, we can talk about basketball. We can talk about basketball controversy. I mean, we love controversy here at Family Smack, so let's get some of that going.
Yep.
I mean, he was mentioning the FBI earlier. As we know, earlier in the year, several programs such as Arizona, Kansas was caught in some wrongdoing. Right? They basically paid players through the shoe companies, through third parties, and so forth. They got a few of them text messages and stuff that showed they had some awareness. Well, now you got a whole new one. They're basically putting players on the athletic teams that shouldn't be athletes just to get them admitted to big schools. Then you got trivial stuff, putting people on the swimming team, so on and so forth like this. And this really just verifying what we've known all along, that college sports are filthy.
I think LSU's in the news at the moment.
Oh yeah, well they're going to they're going to clear Nas Reed for the SEC tournament. That's one of the players in question, but they haven't given any word on Javonte Smart. As far as Will Wade, I mean, the school suspended him, but who knows what the SEC is going to do. You know, I mean, Smart's name was mentioned by him in a wiretap conversation with a convicted college basketball middleman, Christian Dawkins. And the university decided Friday to suspend him indefinitely. And Wade discussed an offer to Smart with the guy. They put another guy as the interim coach. And they asked the interim coach if he was ready to continue coaching the Tigers in the tournament. He said he hadn't been told otherwise. So I don't really see him bringing the coach back. So here's my question about all this stuff. I mean, we've got obvious stuff, obvious references to players, on and on and on, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the NCAA has dragged their feet on one scandal after another, while on the other hand, letting North Carolina go for making fake classes and fake grades. What is the NCAA's role?
It seems to be inconsistent.
It does seem to be,
and that's why I don't want the NCAA's hands all over college football playoffs and whatnot. How good is this LSU team? And
they're the most athletic team in the Southeastern Conference, and the only team, in my opinion, athletically on par with Duke with Zion Williamson. It'll be a real blow for the SEC in terms of our tournament success in the NCAA tournament if they suspend a lot of players for LSU. I don't really believe that coach at LSU. I don't really believe that Wade was all that great of a coach. I just believe he was great at making whatever deals it took to get recruits in his school. That being said, without Smart, I don't think they can win the SEC championship. They'll probably still get a tournament berth because the NCAA can't move fast enough to strike them yet. But even if they did win it, sooner or later they'd have to strike the championship. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. I mean, I remember that was really the narrative last year. Is it come down so hard on so many teams? When we talked basketball last year on the podcast, we were wondering if anything was going to stand by the time it was all said and done.
And and I still can't believe that nothing's been done in that regard. I mean, Kansas, right now, I guess Karma's a bad motherfucker. I mean, Kansas got players hurt. They're lucky to be in the tournament compared to their usual place of in the tournament. I'd say they might be a 3 or 4 seed at this point. So, but they haven't done anything in terms of the rules. And I guess you can see your point as to why you wouldn't want them to govern the championship in football because, heck, you want to see more criminality brought to it, you know?
Right, exactly.
But, something's got to be wrong. People's got to be played. Somebody in the upper echelons of the NCAA must be in cahoots for them not to move on this stuff. Surely they can't move this slow.
I don't know. It's weird. They move at different speeds. It depends on who they're going after a lot of times.
I mean, we're looking at 3 to 4 years worth of NCAA tournament possibly stricken based on several court cases and or reported NCAA violations that are not being acted on at this time. You know, plus it's a big TV event, guys. You got to remember, you know, I know we're mostly college football guys and we love college football and the conferences, but I mean, this is the most watched event of the year in a normal year.
Right.
Right. The NCAA tournament is a big deal. It's big money for the NCAA. A lot of the schools get a nice cut. The TV networks are going to make a huge amount. They've got strung them out among networks nobody watches, even like True TV, so they can get a little cut of money and have a raison d'etre, so to say. And so it's a big impact if they dirty and sully the NCAA and the tournament before and or during the tournament. And I think that's what the goal here is to deflect. But that leaves their motivations for last year and what happened then suspect because they still haven't acted on that. You could say, well, why didn't they do anything to Kansas and Arizona? Well, you could say that they didn't do it because they didn't want to ruin the tournament. But after the tournament, I didn't see anything happen either.
Right.
And if you look at this, what should really be done here? Who are the real crooks in all this? I mean, you're telling me, a kid from Eastern Kentucky that loves basketball, that if I wear your shoes and go to what school, you're telling me you're going to give me my family that never had any money before in their lives, you're going to give them money to play at your school, and then I'm going to live out my dreams of playing college basketball? Hell yeah, I'm going to take that. Who are the real criminals here? You got the middleman, the bagman. Somebody had to create a system they could operate in.
Absolutely.
Somebody had to turn the AAU from being a YWCA scrub league for the players that weren't good enough to play high school basketball into something that the shoe companies hover over and throw tons of money at, right? all the people that are complicit in this, including Dan Dockage, right? I don't know if y'all have listened to ESPN radio or how much of the games that he brought are on the broadcast of, but he's a huge proponent of the AAU. Well, all the AAU has done is took opportunities away from rural basketball players and helped change the nature of the game. So why do you want to change the nature of the game? Because it's what the NBA wants. The NBA wants a hip-hop league and a pop culture league. So what do? They grease the basketball minds and scouts that are constantly hovering over the AAU, who in turn grease players, who in turn send them through to the shoes and schools they want, right? Can you make the NBA directly complicit this time? No, but you can say that they created a climate that only gives opportunities to centralized organizations near big cities. For example, if you're in Indianapolis or you're in Chicago and you play in the AAU tournament there, then everybody's there to see you. Nobody's going to get off a plane in Pikeville, Kentucky to come see J.R. Van Hoos, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not interested in that kind of player anymore, right? Fundamentals, great execution are not part of the game anymore. It's all about who's flashiest, right? Who can if you can take the most shots and whatever drama there is behind it. So the whole game of basketball from top to bottom is damaged by this whole thing, and it's all complicit in a money-making effort to groom guys from 8th grade on out, right, to be the next shoe superstar.
Bob, what do you think about how heavy is the North Carolina sweeping Duke going to play into their seeding, and where do you think Duke falls out of this too? And I mean, I know we still got the ACC tournament, and that's gonna say a little bit about this, but I think North Carolina has just about wrapped up a number 1 seed. Would you agree?
Yeah, they would have. I mean, and they have. They lost to Kentucky. If it comes down to them too, right? Mm-hmm. Then you're going to have to. It's going to be hard to pick, especially not the new net ratings where it's not RPI no more. They've got a new net rating that replaces that and balances stuff. Under that rating, Houston is number 4.
Wow.
And Tennessee is 6, and North Carolina is number 7.
What does Kentucky got to do to wrap up a number 1 seed?
Tennessee's got to beat. I mean, UK has got to beat Tennessee in the semifinal on Saturday. Let's hope it goes.
You think they can go make it to there and beat Tennessee and then lose the next game and still have the number 1 seed wrapped up?
Yes, because the selection committee is after the tournament championship usually. And so here's what I think is going to happen. I think Gonzaga's going to get the number 1 overall.
Oh, shit.
Virginia's going to get the number 2 overall.
Right.
Right. North Carolina's going to get the number 3 overall. Kentucky's going to get the number 4 overall. And Duke is going to be the number 2 seed in Kentucky's bracket. Because you got to remember these tournament is just about as much about ratings.
You're willing this, aren't you, Bob?
Huh?
You're willing this scenario, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I really want the scenario, right?
I can tell.
There's so much history between UK and Duke, right? I mean, it's ugly. They've had movies about it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, the guy's just straight up. I mean, you got a guy that can get away with cheating in a school that everybody's watching for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got a team that's the smug, we're better than you attitude, and you got another team that has actually proved it, right? You've got a team that stomp our players in the chest and nothing is done about it. And our 4 white hillbillies and 1 New York guy go home crying, right? Then you got a team that 8 years later, right, stomp the other one, come back by 20 points and sent them home. There's some big history here. Then it goes to the game early this year where Duke beat Kentucky by 31. That was an embarrassment, right? You think we're going to let that lie? I can't wait to see Duke in the Final 8 to go to the Final 4. It'll be storybook stuff.
Yep. Good times.
Yeah, that's what college basketball is all about. Just like at UK, I hate Louisville. Just like as a Miami fan, I hate Notre Dame, right? I hate Duke, right? And Duke fans hate Kentucky because we represent the real history of the NCAA. And Kentucky fans hate Duke because they represent a Johnny-come-lately team, right? That's propped up by ESPN.
Well, I mean, you can't really say it's Johnny-come-lately as far as, like, right now. You know, Duke's been on the national scene for quite some time now.
Well, 1978. I'll take him to 1978. Well, compared to Kentucky's history in the NCAA, that's a drop in the bucket. See,
well, true.
You got to look long. See, when it comes to history of this stuff, you got to look long. For Kentucky fans, the history of this thing goes back a long ways, and there's grudges that'll never end, right? That's why we got to play Kansas every year. We got to play North Carolina every year. I'd love to see us play Duke every year, no matter what. I want to see us play IU again. I want to see us play Notre Dame. There's grudges here, right? Louisville, Cincinnati, Purdue, we owe every one of them, right? We got to keep our record higher than theirs, head to head. When you look in the history of Wildcats basketball and you see that UK is 19-12 versus North Carolina or whatever it is, you want us to be on top. Did you know the only team there is with a winning record against UK is Marquette?
Are you irritated with something we said on the podcast? Well then fuck you. Call the smack line and tell us all about it at 304-508-BAIT. Don't be a pussy fuck boy. Call the smack line today. Messages left on our smack line will be used at the end of smacking off the podcast episodes.
See, I work construction. I build things. Do you understand how important that is to the world? I don't know if y'all realize the pressure a man like me's got on him.
Door Hargraves Construction. Area code 304-508-2248. Quality craftsmanship. Affordable price.
I told you 3 times already. The law's on my side.
How many games?
I'd have to look it up here real quick.
It's not a lot, is it?
It's not a lot, but there's not a whole lot of matchups. But the matchups they've had have been big ones. In 2003, with our guy Keith Bogans, who was looking like a #1 pick till he broke his ankle, was trying to guard Dwayne Wade on a broken ankle. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was our last meeting of any significance with Marquette. But here's the point of it. There's huge history in this. Just like there is with Notre Dame in football, USC in football, Alabama in football, there's huge bragging rights. There's huge pride for states like Kentucky that really has nothing else that matters, right? I
was talking to somebody about this the other day. I think Kentucky, if they wanted to win in football and they took their resources, they put it in basketball and put it into football, they would win in football. Kentucky is one
what's happening now, right?
Well, but they're not going to put it all over there.
Not the money that they should to maintain that successful level of a program that they had last year.
I think
this year is going to prove whether it was a fluke or not, because again they lost quite a bit this year.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. They sent a lot of players. They're sending a lot of players to the NFL guys.
And that's one of the problems of success when you have a team that suddenly is kind of a Cinderella story that comes out, and you've got some really, really good players on that team. They're going to get snatched up by next level in a hurry.
Yep.
Well, here's my prediction for you. Right, Kentucky's not going to have any spectacular success. There's not going to be a player that blows your mind, but the cupboard is not bare, and the talent that was behind them guys is nearly as good, and it's going to be a solid football team. You're looking at 8-4, 9-3 in the SEC,
which is really good for Kentucky. I mean, for Kentucky to maintain that level of football, I mean, that's I can't remember a time in my lifetime where they were able to maintain that kind of level of success. So I hope you're right. That'd be cool.
And then the 2020, when Nick Scalzo comes out, I'm thinking we're going to compete, and by then, if Saban isn't retired, I believe there's going to be a lot of contenders coming out of the East that's really going to muddy the waters. I think that the SEC East is getting ready to turn into the NFC East circa 1994, you know?
Yeah, it's there are already, there's more than a few stories on that. But focusing back on basketball for a minute, I have to ask, how do you think LSU, which, actually could reasonably, arguably, could have made it into the Sweet 16. How do you think that all of this chatter off the court is going to affect them coming into the NCAA tournament? Because obviously they are going to, if they don't win the SEC tournament, they are going to get an at-large bid. I mean, that's just about a given.
You've got a lot of young players, right? And it's easier to rattle them, right? But sometimes, though, when there's adversity, you can rally around the flag. If you don't suspend the players, right, do we know that was the players' fault that somebody was trying to bargain with him in order to make money off this scheme and send money to his parents, whatever? We don't know how deep the player was in it. The NCAA may decide to let those guys play, right? The coach, you can't let him play. But I don't think he's the X and those guys anyway. I think you could rally around the flag and still get if all the players return, I'd say you could definitely they could make a run at a Final Eight. But without all those guys, they'll be lucky to get a Sweet 16.
So do you think that however, do you think, let's say we go ahead and remove Coach Wade from the from the court, let's go ahead and start whatever punishment he has now, or LSU they go ahead and fire him right now going into the NCAA tournament. Do you think that might actually be a motivator?
Yes, absolutely. And
Why did I say motivator like that?
Country, it's always the players and the programs getting the heat whenever the coaches are criminals, right? I want to see the coach, right, pay the price for once. Wouldn't you guys like to see that?
Well, I mean, I don't want to see a coach pay the price more than what he should pay, but yeah, I mean, a lot of times they walk away. And
they walk away.
They stay out a couple years.
Walk away. They go. They go coach second downs at Alabama for a year or two for $20,000 a year, and then they go get a sweet head coaching job at some mid-tier Colorado State type situation.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what goes on here. I mean, as long as the coaches can just move from school to school and commit new violations, I don't think it's ever going to end.
Well, and this goes, I think on a much grander scale. If you go back and look at Penn State, I think that's a great example of a decision made from some people at the top that were heavily associated with the program. Some people that were not associated with the program at all, that were university staff or whatever. All of these people pretty much conspire to kind of help their rich friend who's, donated pretty much half of his earnings to, back to the university, and also has done a lot of, I guess, good things for them. I don't know Sandusky's record there. I know that he had a lot of, interaction with youth. So, that story is probably a lot more horrible than what came out in court, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, you have a situation like that, and meanwhile, you have a lot of players that committed to go to Penn State that suddenly, their program gets just about damn near the death penalty. Well, I mean, maybe that's a little over exaggerating a little bit, but I mean, yeah, there was a huge, nasty, dark cloud placed on Penn State for years because of it.
Yep.
And all of those kids that agreed to come play there, I mean, that's not their fault. And you actually raise a really good point. It would be nice to see the people that are actually responsible be the ones solely up on the chopping block instead of the whole entire program. And a lot of kids that suddenly see their stock devalued because they're not going to appear in the New Year's Bowl game, because they're not going to get all of the other perks and benefits, and plus recruiting is going to go way down. You're going to have less scholarship players. We see a lot of scholarship losses, and that's usually doled out to 4- and 5-star players that would come and actually make a huge difference on a team. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. There's a huge ripple effect, and it goes all the way down to every single player that's associated with that kind of program, and some of which have nothing to do with this at all. Now, having said all of that, once we've heard what Coach Wade has had to say, you have to wonder about the current roster that they have now and what offers that they were given and so on and so forth. And I guess that'll either all come out in the investigation or it won't come out at all. I mean, this is not an NCAA investigation. This is the FBI. The FBI can dig a lot further, have much more vast resources than the NCAA has. And, oh, yeah, they also have legalities in the law, and they can slap cuffs on people. No, you don't want to talk? Well, we'll just take you in a box for a month and see how you feel about it.
Yep.
And that's the beauty of it, is that the FBI is involved, because obviously the NCAA...
Because they're going to get to the bottom of the story. You bet your ass on that.
Yeah. I mean, the FBI is... it's kind of a good thing that they're involved. I mean, otherwise, would we ever see the light of day on any of this?
No, probably not. And especially when you're talking about the kind of money and kind of power behind the scenes that's involved. You're talking about billion-dollar corporations that are being tied to this. That's a big thing.
Yeah. It's nutty to me.
Which is even during football season why when we've ever had news on this, we've tried to kind of throw it out there. I know that this is not the best platform for college basketball, but yeah, it is a huge story. When it broke, I knew it was going to get much bigger than kind of the first a rock in the river or a rock in the pond, as it were.
Well, Bob, I'm sure we're going to have a lot of SEC tournament results and other conference results to talk about next Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I hope we're talking about how Kentucky has won the tournament.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Watch it be fucking Auburn. That'll piss me off so bad.
Don't even say that.
It could happen.
All right, Bob, we appreciate it.
All right.
Smacking Off invites you to join us on the podcast. If you have an opinion on an upcoming game, some commentary on your conference, or want to roll with one of your fellow smackers on air, hit us up. You can message us at the Smacking Off or X's and O's Facebook pages, email me at maddenShannon@toothfairy.com, or call us on the Smack Line, 304-508-BAIT. And as always, fuck your team.
I want to bite your finger. It's a Dracula game. Just set the clock. Just try your luck.
If Dracula's cape opens, you have to put your finger in his mouth and press the lever. If he leaves a mark on your finger, you have to start over again.
He didn't bite me!
If you can sneak all the way around Dracula's house, you'll win the game.
You're not supposed to bite people.
It's a Dracula game.
I want to bite your finger from Hasbro.
Please welcome Teddy Sheckelsworth and Shannon Russell to Smacking Off the podcast.
And we're joined with two of the hashtag Family Smack presidential candidates. Ladies first, Shannon Russell. What up, girl?
Hey, Shannon, how are you doing?
Living the dream and making his family smack. Excuse me, smacking off. Hashtag family smack drama.
Yeah.
I'm getting my segments mixed up. He's making his debut. We're popping that cherry with Teddy Sheckelsworth. What's up? What it do?
Oh, what it do, what it do, what it do?
What up, fam?
Yeah, it's just chilling.
Well, really, we need to know, first off, why we need a president of hashtag Family Smack. Shannon Russell, you're first.
Why do we need a president?
Yes.
To keep you fools in line. That's why.
I thought that's what Andrea Charles was. Oh, that's right. She's not around anymore. Okay, never mind. The group is unruly. Wasn't that what the message said? Teddy Sheckelsworth, why do we need a president for hashtag Family Smack?
I think that there is a difference between a need and a want, and I think it's more of a want than a need. I don't believe we need one here, per se, but it's more of a want. The people want it, the people need it, and the people going to get it.
I think the people deserve it.
They absolutely deserve it. They deserve a champion like myself to ride through the gates of hell with.
Yeah, we need that because hashtag Family Smack.
Because you should never say you don't need a president. It's an important role in any situation. It's a leadership role.
I don't know. You really don't need a president now that I'm thinking about it.
Or want a president. There is a need. So I disagree with
Why is there need? Because we do need keeping in line.
Because in a group, you need a leader.
This is true. I thought that was what I did.
I think it's a way of most groups. You have admins that are generally chosen by the people who start the group. But the presidential election that I got nominated for, I didn't really ask to be, but I'm honored.
It's not my fault.
That makes you God Emperor, Doug.
What, did I nominate her?
Yeah.
I think it's a way.
I was just trying to stir some shit up.
This is kind of like England. Seriously, because England has like the Parliament and they have Prime Minister.
I never once thought that
but they still have the Queen, and the Queen is still the Queen.
I figured Teddy would make a video because he'd just make a video and it'd be funny.
Yeah,
and that'd be the end of the presidential thing. I didn't realize it was going to explode.
Oh yeah,
it's a way of getting the people, all members in the group, to have a voice and to decide, because they don't always get to decide who gets to be admin. So having a presidential election, I think, kind of gets everyone involved.
Yeah.
It gives them an opportunity to choose who they want to be the leader.
I can go with it.
So I definitely think there is a need.
I think you've talked me into this. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to vote now. I wasn't going to vote to begin with, but I'm going to vote now.
I voted for
So what
everybody.
you're saying is round one debate, I've already won.
I'm voting. I'm voting for
just
Justin
was
Pike.
letting you talk because I'm just not trying to interrupt you.
Oh,
what you're saying, makes
Teddy,
like,
Teddy, you can
you're already
rebut.
disqualified, so.
Teddy, you can rebut if you wish.
Well, I was just gonna. I didn't know if she was finished or not.
No, she's done.
Actually, I wanted to say though, you already voted for me, so you know.
I did vote for you.
Oh.
I did vote for you.
Yeah.
Teddy, that was very nice of you.
He voted for the
I
jizz
mean-
rag as well.
This isn't about being nice though. It's
I
about
don't, but
making sure
that's kind of.
who
I
votes for
mean,
me.
he's hard, but he's soft at the same time.
But by
I
the
love
way,
that.
that's not the official vote. By the way, we're going to do a whole new poll.
Oh yeah.
Made one conscience-wise decision, and that's when he voted for me.
Well, I did it. Well, also I voted for the 2-week-old jizz rag before you.
He did.
So I mean, I was just going down the line.
Did you get
and I
confused
said-
as to which was
and I
which?
said, if I'm going to vote for a 2-week-old jizz rag, then
So what does
who
it
am
say?
I, as a man, who am I not to vote for you? I didn't put 2-week-old
So
jizz
you're-
rag on there. I didn't do it. I just voted. I voted for it because I
voted his
thought I would
conscience.
be a
Yeah.
better president than you. And then I said, I need to just go ahead and do the
Whatever
right thing
Yeah, you
and vote for you.
That's what I'm saying.
because
It
you
was
look like
hard.
you
It was
need
a
help.
hard decision, but it was
Whatever
soft at the same
You
time.
hit the vote button, buddy.
I did.
He
I
did.
I
did.
didn't vote
He did.
for you, so that should tell you you're less than the jizz rag because I didn't even vote for you.
Well, that just shows what type of person you are.
Shannon, you didn't vote for Teddy. That's. I mean,
No,
Teddy
it
voted for
shows-
you. I mean, I think that's the only right thing.
Teddy was being political about this thing.
Wearing a mask. Why would I vote for? Why would I take him serious?
First of all, we got a president in office that's got a comb over that reaches from goddamn New England to Sacramento.
Sure.
So I don't want to hear about somebody looking like something.
Trump could use a mask.
He looks like a goddamn Cheeto. Okay, so the fact that I wear a motherfucking mask, it shouldn't mean nothing. The mask is a representation of the United States of America, if you want to get technical, and in the meaning about it. Each color of the mask has a specific meaning. I'm not going to get into it right now, but it's very deep. It's a very deep message. And the fact that you always bring
deep.
up my mask and how it offends you so much is really a spit in the face of every American.
Sure.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Are you wearing your mask right now?
Am I wearing my mask right now? Does a bear shit in the woods? I wear my mask everywhere. I go to my you know what? I had to get verified because so many people try to say Teddy wasn't a real motherfucker.
What are you trying to hide?
Facebook. Hey, now hold up. I'll let you talk. Let me talk. Now, Facebook said, you ain't real, Teddy. I said, guess what? I am real. I sent them my picture of my identification, and they verified me.
You had
Now
your mask
I don't
on
get
in the.
reported no
Well, let
more.
the people verify who you are. You're hiding behind something that shows that you're deceitful and not being honest and not showing.
It does not show that. It does not show that. The fact that you ain't made a video yet shows you got some shit to hide. And I want to know what that is.
So we should
So-
salute.
Actually, one of the other candidates, Landon Beeman, has kind of brought that to our attention that Shannon Russell has not made a video yet. Of course, then again, neither is Landon Beeman.
Landon hasn't made one. but
Landon hasn't. Now, Justin Pike has.
He's going to say Justin's the president on this ticket. So
What?
Well, I thought it was Beeman Pike.
Well, no, I don't know about that. Pike has presidential experience,
It
if you
doesn't matter.
remember.
I know he has a presidential pedigree, but he also has many scandals.
This is very true.
It's not over with. Maybe I'll.
Jesse Paul Clark brought it to our attention again. The whole, the victims of 9/11, which I don't think,
and the veterans.
I don't think that was
And the
true.
veterans.
Yeah. Veterans do not like Justin Pike, though. He was a very unpopular fellow.
So he won't do good with the veterans.
I think it was a misunderstanding myself. I read what he wrote. I can't remember it because I don't have the screenshot in front of me, but I read the original posting, and I think it just got blown way out of proportion, but whatevs.
Oh, it absolutely did. And the thing of the matter is I was in some veterans groups, and this shit just pops up while I'm in a group, and I see this shit. This is after I seen it in the other SMAC group. And I said, you got to be shitting me. This motherfucker's in trouble for real, because people were trying to find where he lived.
Yep.
They wanted to know everything about him. And then somehow I got tracked at, hey, you're in the same group as him. Do you know this guy? And I'm like, yeah, I know him. And then they had everybody on me. And I'm like, I don't know where he works in a furniture store, blah, blah, blah. That's about it. And next thing you know, I'm getting booted from the other group because they talking about I'm sharing stuff from out of the group. But that wasn't even what happened. But anyways, that's just one of the many scandals. And there's a PP drinking incident that he drank apple juice.
We covered that extensively on this show. Yeah, we did a whole segment about it.
I think a sincere, like, that's got to be fake, right? And if it ain't, do y'all want some motherfucker drinking pee being somebody that...
So it's a damned if he did, damned if he didn't.
I mean,
goddamn right.
Teddy, are you willing to drink the piss?
I ain't drinking my pee. I might drink some supermodels, might let her pee on me a little bit like R. Kelly, but I ain't drinking that shit.
That's the correct answer, by the way. Yeah.
Right. Golden showers, ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Let it go down the drain.
Shannon Russell.
See, this is why.
Shannon Russell, are you pro golden shower or against golden shower?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you pro golden shower or against golden shower? This is an important issue.
I'm against the golden shower.
Oh, man. Oh, I can see the lines are forming right now.
Well, you need to take what you can get. If somebody want to pee on you, you need to let them. That's all I'm going to say.
So we're dealing with two very different candidates on the issues that matter here at hashtag.
I'm superior to all the other
Family
candidates
Smack.
for many reasons. One, you got a guy that wears a mask that hides his real identity. So how can he really represent the people when he's not his real identity? Then you have Landon, who's just, I like Landon. Landon's a little too young, he's not experienced enough. And you got Pike on his ticket that's not well liked, as you said.
Landon is not experienced enough. As far as being in the group, sexually,
in life in general, he's too young. There should be a minimum age requirement.
Landon Beeman is sexually inexperienced. You heard it here first. Shannon Russell said it.
And second of all, the fact that he picked Pike to be on his ticket shows he doesn't make wise decisions.
They've been running tight for years, so they've definitely they got history.
We forgot about.
I'm proud of my partner. My partner he's fair. He's worked hard. He's done videos, and I realize I'm going to step up to the plate and do my part.
Now it's time for both of you to talk about your vice presidential nods, who you've tapped to be your second in command.
Of Nick Swain. He's a very nice guy.
Nick Swain is a friend of the group. We love Nick. Nick's a wonderful person.
Nick's a great guy.
Nick is a great guy. I think we can all agree on that.
He's taking it very seriously.
Who's this Darb fella?
And he's a very classy guy. Hasn't attacked anyone. He's stepped up to the plate and made many posts and memes for both of us.
Yeah, he hasn't attacked anyone. I don't know why he stayed in group this long.
And I think that's a great thing. I mean, I haven't really attacked anyone.
That looks like an attack right there.
It did.
What?
Yeah. We caught a cartoon of Teddy teabagging.
That was posted by Nick, by the way.
Yeah. Isn't that ironic?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that was timely.
It looks like Philip McCrox who did it though.
Andrew Cranford. Andrew Cranford made a appearance in our group. He does that every once in a while. He's kind of like the meme. I don't know, poop fairy.
Hey, we don't need to forget about the fourth ticket on this. Dane and Robert. Dane and Robert.
Yeah. Dane and Robert Arthur. We just had Robert Arthur on with his balls college basketball segment. But yeah, I don't know. They're doing something different over there. So I don't know if they're. I don't know how this is going to pan out. It's kind of like they're the Ross Perot of what's going on with this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to take away some votes from me, the winner.
That's all it's
Perhaps,
about. Teddy actually hired them to run.
Yeah.
Our audio-only podcast is hosted at podcastgarden.com/podcast/smackingoff, or find us on Google Play Music or on iTunes.
You getting hot? Yeah. You getting thirsty? Yeah. This is a job for Kool-Aid. Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh yeah, crash bang boom bam. Kool-Aid wipes out thirst for you.
Oh yeah.
Crash a bang a boomer with a big bright smile and a fun taste too.
Oh yeah. Super taste. Your friend's cool. Our friend's Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid brand soft drink mix.
Oh yeah.
You,
See, that's rigging the election. See, right there, you should just call.
I really don't know that.
you know, as long as there's no multiple votes cast, I don't think
so. In any other people running for this election, he needs to stay out of it. I haven't asked anyone else to run. If they want to run, that's on them.
Hey, Shannon, can I ask you one question real quick?
Depends on what that is.
I mean, how many times do you ask to speak to a manager when you go out to eat dinner?
Never.
That's bullshit.
I can't remember the last time I ever did.
What, went out to dinner or bitched them out?
Where are you going with this?
I'm going with this. You just complaining. You need it. You need to do that. My steak's undercooked. My steak's undercooked. I like my steak well done, and this is medium rare.
Quit being so defensive and weak.
Oh Lord.
Okay. If anybody else did it, if Landon did it, I'd say the same thing. You should not ask somebody else to run an election you're a part of. That's unethical.
Look, I gave him $500. I did more. I gave him $500 to do this. I'm actually putting money into this.
Y'all not create some rules in this election?
There are no rules.
We're going by the rules of SMAC, my friend.
Geneva Convention is what I'm going by, baby.
People that think that's some BS, that you should not be allowed to do that.
I'm gonna have the Russians in here in a minute.
Right.
Don't think I don't got Putin on speed dial.
Yeah, I'm sure they want to speak to the guy with a mask on his face, Bozo the Clown.
Hey, the guy with a mask is Teddy.
It's not Halloween though, it's a long way from Halloween. Maybe
no shit, it ain't Halloween.
We're running for a Halloween contest. That's what you remind me of, is running for a Halloween dress up.
You know, you remind me of a broke ass record. They just keep blah 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 and then blah 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 and then blah blah blah. You say the same gay ass shit all the time. And also, I want to ask you one more question. What size panties do you wear?
None of your business.
So that's extra large.
Yeah, it's extra large.
I'm just saying, when you do a video, make sure you get a good angle. Make sure you get a good angle and don't stretch your neck out so far. And you stretch your neck out and you try to make it look like you smaller than you are. And then when something happens to you, nobody gonna know who to look for. And I'm just trying to look out for you.
I got pictures on my Facebook page that say that.
I know you do. They very false.
Okay. And
I got a mask on and my shit is more real.
We're not friends on Facebook, buddy, so you don't get to see a lot of my pictures.
Hey, buddy, I can see your profile pics. And I see you stretching that neck out.
Okay. Next. That don't bother me. Next. Next. Speaking of neck.
Anyways. So what you got for me? What you got for me besides my mask? What you got? What you got? Cause it's nothing. You got nothing. Hello?
Really?
I think I've been disconnected.
I'm waiting for you.
No, you're still here.
I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you to speak English.
I think Shannon got disconnected, y'all.
No, I think you don't take this.
Oh, here she is. Here she is.
I think it's all just a game and a hoax for you.
A hoax. I told you I put $500 in it. I'm calling Putin. I got people running against you to siphon votes off of you. This is real life. This is DEFCON Delta, baby.
Who?
DEFCON Delta. That's some double secret probation shit.
Right. You talk a lot of shit on Facebook, but you hide behind a mask, and you want me to think that you have the leadership.
Ain't nobody hiding. Ain't nobody hiding. Ain't nobody hiding.
You gonna let me talk? You asked me to give my opinion.
You just say the same shit though. You say the same shit and it's not entertaining. I'm trying to keep it live because you're killing it. This ain't the one, baby. This ain't the one.
Shannon Russell.
Okay. Hey, hold on.
They need you back at the cash register in 5 minutes.
I'm at my friend's house. I'm not at...
Yeah, my light just turned on. They need you at the cash register.
Anyway.
5 minutes.
Any person that has behind a mask obviously lacks the confidence.
Oh, Lord.
Show their true self.
Shannon, are you going to make a video? Yes or no? You're going to make a video soon. I hope.
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent.
Anybody but you use the mask. You use the mask.
Tell your friend we said hi, by the way.
Say, hey, I'm Teddy. But when I bring it up all the time, you say, "Oh, that's all I want to talk about."
Shannon, we're gonna be fine with it if you wear a mask in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wear a mask. Wear a full bodysuit.
A cat suit.
Cat suit. Be a cheetah.
PVC.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a video.
Latex.
I already told you I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna
Excellent.
do it. I got time.
Excellent. I'm down with it. Tell your friend we said hi, by the way. We didn't mean to be rude over at your friend's house.
Shannon.
No, I'm outside. It's all right. She knows
Okay.
I don't care.
She'll be good.
Landon wants to know when do you have to have a video in by, because he's really wanting Shannon Russell to be disqualified.
Do you think there needs to be a expiration date for this?
Extremely busy right now.
Oh Lord.
I mean, you can just take. I got a camera on my phone. If you got a smartphone, you got a camera on it. You just take a little. It doesn't matter, a bullshit video, whatever. Do one of you pooping like Dane did. Just don't. You can't point it at your privates though, because Facebook gets really bad about that. Yeah, just point it at the wall. Some of the graffiti on the wall. I don't get to ever see like graffiti on women's restroom walls
because they don't do it.
Why not?
I don't know.
Y'all don't tag the walls. What the fuck's up with that, man? That's the best part about
that. Hey, but for real, y'all didn't know that Pipe, that was one of his things. He's a truck stop bathroom wall poetrist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he likes to go around. He likes to go around the Midwest writing poetry around the glory holes.
I probably have written. I probably read some of it when I had my dick stuck in the hole.
It's some inspirational shit, man. For real, it's some inspirational shit. He'd be like, "Roses are red, violets are blue. Let me suck your penis, please."
Yeah,
and shit like that. And he writes his phone number and shit.
Dude, that was him. Now I've read that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his? I didn't know that.
I had my dick in the hole.
He's like Banksy. He's like the Banksy of bathroom truck stop.
He's the glory hole Banksy.
Yeah.
I love it.
You need to meme that shit as soon as you get
I don't think that sentence has ever been uttered before. The glory hole Banksy.
We better.
I bet Banksy himself would or herself. I don't know who Banksy.
You need to meme that shit as soon as we get off here, Teddy.
I think it's the dude from Massive Attack.
Well, Justin Pike can use that if he wants to. That's free of charge, and y'all can use it too. That's free of charge too.
Hashtag glory hole Banksy.
Because that would be a scandal for most candidates, but Pike will probably embrace that shit.
Yeah, he's gonna flip that and turn it into votes, baby.
Yeah, yeah, he's that kind of guy. He is the Justin Pike is the Donald Trump of the Smack universe.
He's not gonna like it that you said that though.
He can always. I know he's a lefty. But yeah, I think Teddy's a lefty too.
I'm more of a libertarian that leans a little to the left. I just think everybody should be able to live their life how they want to live their life. If you want to fucking smoke some weed, smoke some weed.
Amen.
If you want to be gay, all that jazz. Just let people live, and you do you.
I stuck my dick in the glory hole.
Any last thoughts from you guys? One at a time.
I'll let Shannon go first.
Shannon Russell.
Oh, he's going to call me a lady now. Final thoughts?
Yeah, final thoughts.
Well, I'm excited. I think I have a good chance to win. I know Teddy thinks he's going to win because he's got these fake polls and his friends getting votes for him. But we all know how those pre-election polls worked out for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I feel like, I don't hide behind a mask. I'm an admin in the group. I love that family smack. I talk a lot of smack and whatever that we all do. That's what we're here for. But it's all for fun.
Amen.
I think Teddy's a funny guy. I pick on him and everything, but in all seriousness.
So you are going to vote for Teddy? Well, that's sweet of you.
But,
you're awesome.
But I don't think he's the better candidate. I mean,
well, I understand, but you still got it. He still got your vote, though. That's what's important here.
No, he doesn't have my vote. Didn't say that. I'm still the better candidate. But I mean, it's all in fun and games, So I hope no one takes any of it serious. But as a group, there's times that you do have to handle certain situations with seriousness, as far as members go, and keeping things within reason, not to let things get too crazy and out of control.
So what you're saying is that you, as president, would rule with an iron fist?
No, I'm not saying that necessarily.
Teddy Sheckelsworth, libertarian. Shannon Russell, fascism.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Got it.
No, I didn't say that, Shannon Madden. I didn't say that. Shannon Madden will put words in my mouth. I didn't say that. I said it should be a representation of the people of the group and what they want. I believe in and
if they vote for you, what they want is an iron
but
fist.
you always have to have a leader. You have to have a leader among a group. That's the way it goes. You have to have someone that keeps things somewhat in order. But that doesn't mean that you have to rule people with an iron fist. No, I don't believe in that.
Well, I don't know. I think from what I've heard about our group, I think that you do need to roll with an iron fist because we're an unruly.
At least from a PR standpoint, you don't want it to come across that way.
Yeah.
I mean, behind closed doors.
But you don't want to make it so difficult where people don't want to be a part of the group.
Yeah.
True.
So it's a balance there. There's a balance there. You can't be too unruly. You can't be too strict. I think you got to keep it fun, entertaining, and I think the members should have a say so in what goes on and what they want, and that's what keeps people coming back and staying in the group.
Yeah,
Teddy, what's your thoughts?
Huh? Is it me?
Yes.
Yeah. Were you snorting cocaine?
No, I think I fell asleep a little bit.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just heard a snort, and you didn't.
Okay, so
yeah, man, I may have nodded off.
So you are doing the heroin.
Shannon, put you to sleep.
Yeah,
Breaking news: Teddy Sheckelsworth is on heroin.
Hey, yeah, baby, just go watch the cat. I'll be in there in a minute. I'm almost off.
Mm-hmm. Watch the cat.
Yeah. No, wash it. She gotta go wash it.
Wash the cat. Oh.
Yeah,
You're talking about dushing.
Man, nah, she got
a
onion,
dush.
but sometimes, it smells a little bit, but it's all good. That's why I love I love women. You know what I mean? I get hated on. People say I don't. I'm misogynistic and this and that, and I'm not. I love all the ladies. So I just wanted to say that. Now, what was the question? What would I?
Basically, we just asked if you had any parting words. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a parting word, man. I just want to say, as your president of hashtag Family Smack, you know what you're getting with Teddy, and I ain't never blocked nobody.
The real deal.
You know what I mean? So have somebody that blocks people. Have somebody that might be slightly bipolar, or have somebody that drinks fake pee and is a bathroom Banksy. It's just the choice is clear, people. And I just wanted to shout out to Wick. I wanted to shout out to Wick Bolt tonight. Wick Bolt, that motherfucker. I can't tell if he's real or if he's fucking around on his videos.
Do you think he's gonna run?
Hey, that motherfucker Wick Bolt, y'all. We gotta keep an eye on him. He is some sort of fucking genius. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, he's definitely he's not marching to the beat of.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be in the same room with him alone.
He looks like skin suit. He is making his skin suit as we.
The Hannibal Lecter of the Smack universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very unassuming.
Puts lotion on the skin.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I really appreciate having both of you on. This has been wonderful. Teddy's been far too long, man. I'm so glad to have you on. I hope to have you back.
Yeah.
Shannon, you're always invited back.
Yes, it's been fun. And I like to say, again, I appreciate my vice president as well. So y'all remember the Swain train 2019.
Understood. I just hate it for both of y'all because you both know that Justin Pike's going to win this thing.
Find Smacking Off the podcast on YouTube, at Podcast Garden, Google Play Music, and iTunes. Make sure to check out the 9 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday and Friday Facebook Live episodes at hashtag FamilySmack.
Please subscribe to our channel by clicking the small smacking off icon at the top of the screen now. Click the link at the bottom of the screen to watch last week's episode.